again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery with an OXO omelet turning and flip and fold spatula. Best paint spreading tool I know of. Available on my Amazon link, which is directly under the video. I have this 12-inch by 24-inch canvas, and in my head, I want to do a swipe that looks like a cityscape on the water. But I'm really going to be all over the map with what I'm doing. I've got some black onyx metallic from Decor Americano is the first thing I put down. This is my dark city sky, I think. And I'm likely to turn it around and swipe it down because I want more color than I have added to the canvas. So I'm going to do that. It's meant to be a little on the subtle side. I really don't want to dig down to canvas, but I definitely don't want a ton of paint either. So I don't promise it's going to look like any cityscape you've ever seen before. And I am going to take the rest of that paint. I want all of that paint off that blade. There we go. There we go. Perfect. So I have graduated swipe cards. Small, large, medium, and I'm going to try and keep track of these. Maybe I'll put them in a container so I can actually see them. But I picked a painted card that was an edge catcher before so I could actually find what I was looking for. I'm not so sure where I'm going to start, but I think it ought to be the smallest one or maybe the second smallest one. So I had a theory I was going to go under. Where I was going to add just enough paints all together to make something interesting happen. Let me think. Let me read my crib notes. Okay, that was right. But I want this brighter color. I'm not going to put it everywhere, and I'm hoping the little puddles will maintain themselves for a while. I don't want anything to be uniform particularly. I don't even think I'm going to pull these swipes down very far. I definitely want to change up the colors on some of them. Come out. Thank you. Okay, that one's never mind. I think we're just going to move. I have some Amsterdam black that has been mixed up with my regular pouring recipe, and then I'm going to use the smaller card, and then I put in 10 drops to 2 ounces of that mixture. Of Minwax wood conditioner. I want very little paint on this. And I think I'm just going to cheat because I definitely put too much paint on to begin with. Just want to dip the very end of the card right in. I've got to pull down straighter than that. Well, I think this is going to change a lot. This is sort of giving me an idea of where I think I might want to go. I'm definitely being called to turquoise. I got to develop some kind of break for my turntable so when I'm pressing down, I don't whack it right out of square. So I thought I was going to skip the gold, but you know what? I'm not. I really like the gold. Oh, I need something up there. I need something anywhere where there isn't any paint. And I'm going to grab that turquoise, I think. I think I was ready to make up some more. Maybe I needed a different bottle than the one I was after. I shook it, but not very well. Now, I don't necessarily think you have to put the lines right next to each other. In fact, if you put them down a bit further, it could be a different reaction entirely. I really do want that turquoise, and I was pretty sure I had it out. Well, maybe in this case, there it is. It's way across the room where I was going to make some more, but at least it's open. Oh, I like my colors. I had to step away for a second. That worked well. I might put some black in between a few things, or maybe I'll just use that Prussian blue wherever I feel like I might need it. So, on to the next card size, I think. And that's all the paint I'm putting on there. And do I want to flip it over? Do I have enough paint? Sort of, but not really. Some of them I'm very tempted to pull down. That one I'm tempted to pull up. I want to do what I usually do, which is use my residual paint. It's taking a little bit more focus than I imagined, but I am going to put some more red in there because I actually really do like what the red looked like. Tempted to put some white in there too, but I think the silver will suffice. Sorry I'm not telling you guys every color. I'm kind of focused on what I'm doing. If you have questions, feel free to ask me. I'm happy to answer your questions whenever I can. If I can't, I'll tell you. So they're not going to be the most geometric buildings ever. I like using the side of my card to modify things sometimes. I'm going to have a lot of work to cover all of this canvas at this rate. So thank you for bearing with me. I don't even think I can really do it. It's sort of like doing real art. I'm going to grab a tiny card, fill in between. I think I'm going to grab a bigger card. Put some more turquoise in there. Actually, put some more of everything in there. Kind of want, you know what? I really want some of that Hot Orchid from Color Art up there at the top. I'm really surprised so far that I haven't used any of my Anita's White Metallic. It's exciting to move the colors all the way down. That one can't go there. That has to go here. I really should pull them from smaller to larger if I was smart. So far my graduated cards are working okay. if I'd stay organized, it'd probably work even better. I have a really big card. That's too soon for that big card, but I think I want to throw a little bit of blue. It looks like light shining off of objects, so I'm kind of, oh no, you were open. You're supposed to be open. I need a different purple. Okay, well, I'll just stick with what I've got for now then. Grab another little bit, just a little bit. And I'm kind of hoping, you know, that the buildings as I go forward are going to be covered over. I'm really tempted by the white metallic, but I think I'm going to try my hardest to stick with the silver. Now, anywhere that I see there's canvas with no paint, which I did actually intend on covering the whole bottom half of the canvas with black paint, but it's kind of neat to know that you don't have to. But by the same token, if I leave any gaps, I'm going to have to deal with that later, and I don't know if that anybody else wants to do that. So I'm going to use the large card because I want to pull both of those at the same time. I should be wiping off my cards on the bottom half. That might be kind of cool too. That would go a long way to covering things. I want more of that turquoise for sure. This is something that will take you some time if you decide you're going to do something like this. And I am going to steal a little bit of paint, black paint from right here. Fill right there. Go back and take the black paint I was supposed to use. The Amsterdam paint really does make nice cells. I haven't used any of this light blue yet. It's almost time for me to make my exhibition video, which means it's time to peel up all the skins off of my Lolafy silicone mat. I'm really happy with how well these graduated cards are working. I mean, I'm not spending an awful lot of time trying to wipe them off or anything, which is probably not a bad idea. But it also encourages me to try and use combinations that are simple, like just the turquoise and the black together. I so want to open that bottle of purple. Try and be good. You can go back. Probably be better if I went back with the right size card. I haven't used very much gold, and I'm inclined. But the silver is still working nicely. I think my Cityscape on the water is toast because I forgot halfway through that I was pulling down. I'd have to turn it around and pull up the other way. Well, maybe I wouldn't. That's the way it seems. And anywhere I see that I don't have a square top, I can square up. It's a little risky, but I can do it. So I should probably put out the rest of my colors. I'll show you what I've got. So far so good. I like the sky. We'll just figure it's a city, and I'll continue on my merry way. Come out. Anywhere where I see that I've still got a need for paint, I'm going to put some in. Mix up my colors. Just put colors I like. This is kind of fun. I don't think it's probably very exciting, but it's definitely fun for me. And I get to experiment with all the ways to add paint to canvas. And I would love to be able to have this pretty much, this experiment, at least this one, done so you can see it. This is a different way of going about it than I started with, obviously. And I'm trying to move fast. How much time do I have left? I forgot to set my timer. That's not good. Well, I have no idea how much time I have left. But I'm going to throw a little bit of Prussian blue. I still want that purple open. Okay, well, I hope I have enough time. I'm going to tell you guys now, starting now. I have two books called Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities, and they are listed on the Amazon link, where if you shop there at no added cost to you, it helps me out. Also on the Amazon link are my flip and fold, my OXO flip and fold spatula, my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas. I especially like the number 1. If you have a question, if you have questions and you need answers, as far as links go, or pretty much anything that I can help you with, I'm happy to help. I'm going to be really curious to see how much time is left. I'm going to have to remember to dip. I'm just going to keep going down where I see the spaces. And then I'll go back. I think. Like so. And try and fill in. I'm trying to steal some residual paint, but there really isn't much waste doing this way. Especially without the background color. I should have put the black in. Although I can't say I really want to complain, because I like the look of what I've got a lot. And you can put a little pressure on the card. I'm going to use the larger one. I never did use the largest one, I don't think. There, I am almost done. And it's just very stylized. And I love you guys. There's over 92,400 of you. Yay! You told me I was on track for 100,000 for December. I'd really love to do it before then. I'd like to make sure I don't have any of the canvas left. That I should have covered. But I'm pretty happy with this for what it is.